Hello again out there in YouTube land. This is Solon coming back at you with comic book haul number 2. And I want to show you some comics this week that I had picked up at Books A Million and Second and Charles, which are technically the same company, but they're two different stores. And they've got thousands of dollar books. If you got one in your area, you need to go check them out. It takes a little while to dig through those books, but you can end up finding some pretty good copies, of some interesting items. And what I want to show you today is what I found digging through the dollar bins at Books A Million and Second and Charles this past week. Now, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to a new subscriber, the Martian Comic Hunter. Check him out on YouTube. He's got some great videos out there. But appreciate him coming over and subscribing. And if you too also like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll be putting up more videos as time goes on about other comic book hauls. But today we got comic book haul number 2. I'll show you some of my dollar finds at Books A Million and Second and Charles. And if you hear me cough, I'm sorry about that. I'm coming down a little bit with a cold, and so I'm going to try to make it through this video without doing that, but if I do, please excuse me. All right. First book up is Power Pack number 1. I found this one in the dollar bin. I would say it's in good condition. It's got chip out right here at the bottom, as you can see, right there. And it's got some spine stress, but other than that, the book looks really good and flat. There's no other major creasing or anything. And, for $1, you can't beat that. They're going to be making a Power Pack movie soon. So it's a great item to pick up if you find one of those at the dollar bins or something along those lines. All right, the other one I picked up was Darth Vader number 3. This book is actually going for about $15 right now on eBay. It's the first appearance of Dr. Aphra, and so I think that's how you pronounce her name, Dr. Aphra. But his first appearance. I looked up on this one. Normally these books have been sold out for a while. I think Darth Vader right now, I think, is in book 9. Maybe 10. I don't really follow the Star Wars storyline, so I'm not sure how far along this particular series is, but I do know that this book here goes for about 15 because of the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. Alrighty, another book I picked up for $1, and I always try to pick these up whenever I find them cheap. It's Rick and Morty. This is issue number 29, and I also got issue number 27 for $1 each. Now, I don't collect Rick and Morty, but Rick and Morty is a very hot sale. A lot of people love that comic book series. They love the cartoon on Adult Swim. And so it's just a really good book to collect, easy to flip, and find them for $1, man. You can't beat that. Another book I found I picked up was Nick Fury number 1 for $1. Now these books haven't caught on that great yet. I think there's a series of 6. Each one's got a different color. You can look in the background of his clothing there. There's the old Nick Fury Shield Marvel comic etched in there, if you can see that. See Nick Fury, Agent of Shield. But for $1, can't beat that. Another book that I picked up was Volume 2, Monsters Unleashed, for $1. And so this is starting to pick up with a good little following, but I like the artwork, and who doesn't love Fin Fam Foom? So picked that one up for $1. Monsters Unleashed number 1, volume 2. Also for $1, I picked up Gamora number 1. Great cover there. Action shot of her. It's an interesting book. I liked it. Grabbed it. Also, I picked up Totally Awesome Hulk number 1, and I think this is the part of the story that goes with Monsters Unleashed. You can see the 1.mu up there at the top. And so anytime Totally Awesome Hulk is hot right now. He's a very hot character. Becomes Weapon H and in issue number 22. And he's fixed to come out in his own or Batch H, I'm sorry. But he's fixed to come out in his own comic book. I think it's going to appear at the end of this month. possibly the first of next month in 2018, February and March. Going to be Weapon H #1, so you need to be sure and grab that when that one comes out. I think that'd be a great collectible. Okay, I've got the black and white sketch edition of Fried Pie variant, which is anytime you see a Fried Pie book on eBay, or if you're in Books A Million, that's their variant cover line, and it's called Fried Pie, and they produce some interesting covers. The problem that I don't like, and it's kind of my little rant about Books A Million and their Fried Pie covers, is that when they put these books out, they'll mark them way up. You know, cover price on this book is like $3.99. They'll mark these things up to $8 and $10, and they'll sit there and they won't sell because people don't want to. You know, it's kind of silly if you put a book out fresh first month and then you mark it up. But this one they had marked down to $3.99, and then they had it in the dollar bin. And there were several copies of this one there, so I went ahead and picked up some extra copies, because this book, if you look on eBay, is going for anywhere from $7 to $15, just depending on, you know, who's got one up there. But you know, for $1, it's a great investment. I was also able to get the regular cover version variant of Star Wars Star Wars Vader Down #1, the red cover Fried Pie variant, and I got that one for $1 also. If you're looking now, Thanos is like super hot in the comic book collecting world, so anytime I can pick up any of his issues for $1, I'll try to grab those. This was Marvel #7 issue of Thanos, and got that one for $1. I've always done real good with wrestling comics. This is WrestleMania 2017 Special #1 by Boom Studios. It's really a thick book, very thick, almost like a graphic novel, but it's WrestleMania, WWE WrestleMania 2017 Special. Anytime you can pick up wrestling books, they tend to sell very well also. Another Star Wars book. This is Princess Leia #1. This is the black and white sketch version. And these are going, this is the Books A Million Second and Charles. You see their variant edition. And like the others, they had got them out, marked them up, and then marked them down, and finally they entered into the dollar bin. But they're showing some interest now. Again, this book here is probably going, I don't know, $7 to maybe $15, depending on where you find it at on eBay. I've got the black and white sketch version, and I also picked up the colorized version, the regular cover of Star Wars Princess Leia #1. And so, you know, I love getting these #1 books for $1. Can't beat that. Finally, last but not least, in this deal, I wanted to show you, I picked up a Miss Marvel #1 Fried Pie variant. And this book's pretty hot. It's going, I don't know, again, around, you know, $7 to $15. But the key to making money on these books when you go to Books A Million is to get them cheap, because if you can get them cheap for $1, and you want to consider them as an investment book, or if you're collecting, it doesn't really matter. But if you consider them an investment book, you can afford to buy them for $1, even if you have to sit on them a little bit. And when they start to go up, then you can flip them and make some good money. And so with this one, you know, it's already, I think, $7 to $15 again on eBay. This one then marked it up to $8 and marked it down to $5.99, and they ended up picking it up for $1. So that's my comic book haul number 3. But if you like these videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. And I'll be putting more videos on of some interesting finds. Until then, appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, and hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks.